And this has probably been one of the most difficult ones we've recorded.
The worst. Now I can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired.
Because fuck this movie.
I know.
Okay, so.
Jesus Christ. Heavens, no. Same city, completely different zip code. Welcome to hell.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's a Gotham Gavel movie review. This is Gotham Cenobites. I'm Terry.
I'm Lindsay.
And today we are reviewing the fifth movie in the line, Hellraiser Inferno.
Yeah.
Was it FYE or Spencer's?
It was FYE.
Okay. It's too small for me. That's why I never wear it.
I disagree. It looks great.
Anyways, Hellraiser Inferno. It's the first one without Clive Barker producing it, just based on his characters. And would you say? You can tell.
Yeah, you can absolutely tell it's without Clive.
But,
this one's drastically different from the first four.
When I first saw this and Hellseeker, which is the next one, I hated them just because they're so different. 5, 6, and 7 I've often referred to as the Mindfuck trilogy because they play mental games with their people instead of just coming, killing them, piece of shit, this is what you deserve. No, they stick around and fuck with you. Yeah, but so at the start, I guess we could do main characters. Basically just have Detective Joseph Thorne. His partner is Tony Nononin, and sadly enough, really the only other main character would be the psychiatrist played by James Remar, which
I really liked his character.
I don't even remember his name in the movie, but so those are the three main characters, and the movie kind of starts off with the Detective Thorne playing chess with a professor, and you can kind of tell right off the bat that he's always been good with puzzles, always been good at solving things.
Very arrogant, along with that confidence.
Yeah, but they go right to the first crime scene, and the body's all mangled up, and that's when he discovers the box. You know, clearly they've been there, and a candle with a child's finger. And that kind of kickstarts the story. Of course, solving puzzles, he ends up opening the box. But after that, periodically, people just start dying around him that he knows or has something to do with. It's the lady of the evening he was with in the hotel was the first one. And then his snitch, the ice cream man, his parents, his mom and dad, his partner, eventually his wife, his daughter. They all fall to their deaths and leave behind a child's finger. So it's basically him. He hears about this engineer person, and he's just trying to find this engineer guy and find the kid before the kid dies. And that's really the bulk of it. And at the end, of course, the engineer, which is the psychiatrist, ends up turning into Pinhead, and that's when he finally realizes that the person he's seeing throughout the whole movie with the child's fingers burning their fingerprint off is really him, and the kid is him as well, and it's his flesh killing his spirit. That's pretty much how it ends. He kind of wakes up back in the hotel room, all Groundhog's Day,
totally.
And he thinks, okay, well, the lady of the evening is still alive. So I'm going to go to work, it's time to be a good person. And then it all starts happening again.
Yep.
So that's the hell that he has to deal with.
I think it's a pretty good one, because this guy's an asshole. And he deserves it.
And, you'll see, and I know the next one has Kirsty, but, this is the first of the Mindfuck, and I think it's the best one of 5, 6, and 7. But we'll wait and see what you think.
Yeah, like real quick, my first initial reaction after watching the first four and watching this one now again, I think I've seen it in all the other movies. I haven't seen any of these in forever. So I was like genuinely upset by how different this one is.
Yeah.
Like I really had to think about my likes.
I just can't wait to pick your brain about 7 because it's the worst.
Is that the great value Pinhead?
No, it's Doug, and that's what people always saying that those two are the worst. And I'm like, no, trust me, Deader's the worst. That's just my
Deader.
opinion.
Oh, okay.
But
I kind of remember that one.
I'm kind of with you. I've seen 5 and 6 plenty of times. I avoid 7, but I'm looking forward to 8 again with Henry Cavill because I remember it, but I don't. Okay, but this one, Inferno. What are your likes?
My likes, and again, I had to really think about this one. I can appreciate the cinematography in this. I really noticed that this movie has, it had to have had a pretty decent budget. First of all, like the casting.
It's got a Weinstein name on it.
Yeah, the Weinstein brothers. But anyways, so the casting, the two leads, those are pretty well-known actors.
Yeah.
Even the smaller part cast, like the mother, she was in like Desperate Housewives. Now there were two characters, two of his, like the dealer and some other guy. They were kind of
I like the Ice Cream Man. Scent of a Woman is one of my favorite movies, so I like the Ice Cream Man because it's one of the assholes
he was okay
in Scent of a Woman.
Okay, well, his acting wasn't bad. There were a couple of parts in the movie. I don't know if it was because it's like 4K or whatever. Like you could just really pick it apart. Like this, it just looked a little cheesy. But that's just nitpicking. And then that one character with the tattoo around his head, and I don't know why
The Great Value
that
Gangster.
guy really like bothered me. Like this is just so weird and just not believable. But everything else was great as far as like casting.
You thought he was gay? If he was
I was
gay,
like,
it'd be
is
better.
he gay? I mean, it would be like, I don't know. I mean, just
But,
because it just wasn't believable. Like who he, I think he was trying to portray. Just, I don't know. That's just nitpicking. I also, like I said, the cinematography, there's a couple parts that I really appreciated. Just some of the angles and the, just a little bit of the just the different ways they were trying to shoot it to get the feel. Also,
like the hallway scene where he goes to see his parents.
The hallway scene. Then there was also, I did notice like the blood and the gore in this one. I don't know why I can't remember what scene it was, but there was like one point, like it actually made me feel kind of sick, and I was never grossed out by any of the other movies.
Was it where you can't see it, but you can kind of hear his mom gurgling to death?
I think so.
And the blood underneath the door.
I think so. Yeah, I was like, I don't like this. It made me feel uncomfortable. And I don't get grossed out, but that one, for whatever reason. So yeah, this one, definitely I appreciate the cinematography, and they clearly had a nice budget on this one. So kudos to that. I think those are all my... Oh, one more thing.
Okay.
Detective Thorne, he's such an asshole in this one, and you can tell he's like he thinks he's better than his partner, in a very arrogant... I wouldn't put it as a very, like, he wasn't talking down on him, but you could just tell. And then it was actually the partner towards the end, it's like, all these bodies are connected to you. Like, it was the partner that kind of broke it to him, like, yo, you are the connection to all of this, not this engineer.
Yeah.
Like, he was finally, like, it was the partner, like, I don't know.
Well,
I felt like he kind of almost got, like, a redemption, like, see, you're not as fucking clever as you think you are. Like that type. I kind of like that.
But yeah, I mean, the way it was shot is good, but I like James Remore in it.
Yeah, he was great.
I'm struggling. I mean, you finally hear the lament configuration, the name of it mentioned, brought up. I'm struggling to really find any other likes.
Why I had to really think
because
about it.
you're well into the third final act where you see Pinhead a few times, but you're well into the end where he finally has a speaking role.
Yeah, let's get into our dislikes, because that list is long.
Yeah, go. You ladies first.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so, well, I kind of already touched on. I got a little irritated with the secondary casting choices. I just did not like the gangster guy. I kind of felt like the movie was actually too long.
It was.
There was a few
And
scenes that just
one
like
of my dislikes is going to be a scene that totally could have been cut out.
totally not necessary. I already know what you're talking about. My biggest takeaway from this movie was it just didn't feel like a Hellraiser movie at all. Like there you get a little bit of Cenobites. Oh, I wish there was more diversity in the Cenobites too.
Yeah.
They all look the same. Sort of.
they do,
I mean,
well,
there are
there's-
little tweaks. Obviously, there's a
We'll get
torso.
into Cenobites in a minute.
Yeah, I mean,
But I've recently discovered that 5, 6, and 7 were kind of scripts to other movies, and the studio, when they figured out they had to make a Hellraiser movie ever so often to keep the license, instead of doing the smart thing and hiring a good writer to write a Hellraiser story, they went and found these old crime stories. And God, what did I do? Just sprinkle in some Hellraiser.
that makes so much sense.
And now you got a Hellraiser movie.
Yeah, that
because it's not very.
Yeah.
It's not very Hellraiser.
No, it's really not. That makes so much sense. And you know what? Some people might actually like it because of that. But really, if you took the name of Hellraiser out of it, it might have been a better movie.
Yeah.
But knowing that this is supposed to be it's so different, so vastly different.
It tries too hard. Tries too hard to be a Hellraiser.
There you go. I
But,
agree.
Of course, my dislike is I hate that there's so little of Pinhead, because I thought Pinhead really, his makeup was really well done, and of course we'll be putting pictures up. I like the Wire Twins, I like Torso, but I just wish there were more than just them, more than just those Cenobites.
And even there wasn't a lot of them. Even
And
if you're gonna have so few, at least like show more of them. But I get it; it's all psychological
But,
and.
There's one scene in particular where I don't even remember how they're given a tip about this fucking place, but they drive to the fucking woods. They go into this cabin,
Yeah.
and it's filled with cowboys. Like, and then he's let outside. Well, actually, Jury from Sons of Anarchy shows up.
That's
and tell
right.
him
I
that
forgot about him.
he's playing the engineer's game. He doesn't want you to stop. So he runs after this one masked figure he's been seeing in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Takes him into the woods. He falls down, and then you see these two figures coming out of in the woods, and they're these cowboys.
That are extremely skilled in martial arts.
So they start karate chopping him, beating his ass, and I'm just like, his partner finally comes out, gets him, and they drive, pretty much drives him home, and I'm just like,
Even their whole dialogue was just so
what the fuck did this scene bring to the movie? Ninja cowboys.
Yeah, it was very strange. Did not belong
It
at
could have
all.
been cut, and the movie would not have been any the wiser.
Exactly. I agree.
But man,
Yeah, this one was hard. This one was very hard for us.
yeah, it was the first time we've had to take 2 days to film.
2
Because
days.
it's like this isn't working.
No. I was so just disappointed. I mean, it was good, but it's not Hellraiser.
Right, so Cenobites, like we said,
Yeah.
Pinhead, the Wire Twins, and
Torso. Torso was cool.
Torso is actually, I know I kind of touched on it in a previous video, but I ordered something from Mike Regan, and he actually was Torso.
That's pretty cool.
And he's going to be in a few other movies. I'll be sure to point that out.
What did you
too.
order?
Y'all see? I'll unbox it for you guys. Okay, so I guess final rating. What would you rate this movie?
I was thinking 2.5, but I
Trust me, those 2.5s are coming.
I think it's a 3 because there also, I didn't mention this, the music. There was more, the audio for the movie too, I actually kind of liked. The music box had, I don't know. So the cinematography and the music, the audio for it was pretty good.
I would also say 3, so This
It's just
is
the story and
fifth-
some of the acting was a
fifth
little.
movie in. Write it down. We finally have the same
3.
same
Yeah.
rating. 3 boxes.
We
out of
agree
5.
on something.
I will make it known too. Like, this was my favorite. Well, the initial 4 are always going to be the best. But
Yes.
this was my favorite. After that, until yesterday, actually, I watched it twice Friday, and this is 5 movies in of the original 10. So we're going to take a break. Next week we will review the 2022 movie, and then we'll get back on track with the last 5. So this was my favorite after 4, but I do think the brand new one is a better movie than this. So
I'm
let
looking
us
forward to
know.
seeing it.
I mean, Cenobites alone, you go from 3 to like 7, so you're already ahead of the game.
There you go.
Alrighty, do you have anything else to bring up?
No, I think that's it. It's just not a Hellraiser movie.
I did want to bring up this one Easter egg I thought was pretty cool. Craig Sheffer, I don't know if we've said that yet, plays Detective Thorne, Joseph Thorne, and
yeah.
he was in Nightbreed.
Yes.
So, and then the character that he's seeing throughout the whole movie with the skin thing, it actually resembles a character from Nightbreed. So it's kind of to
Yeah.
have both of those things in there.
I guess it's
It's
nice
very
to be tied together.
Clive Barker Easter eggs.
There you go.
But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I'm glad you remembered that because that's actually pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. But so yeah.
How was the rating on this one? I can't remember.
I think out of like 100, it was 4.5.
Oh, that's too generous.
No, it was 700. But I mean, you're going from previous was like in the thousands. But,
True.
Again, this is better than the next. Well, 6 and 7. 6 is the return of Kirsty, but she's in this. She's in that even less than we see Cenobites in this.
I would say this movie really is a solid 3 because it's not bad. It's just not Hellraiser.
Yeah. Okay.
I like
So-
your sprinkle analogy because that's exactly what it is. Little bits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that will wrap up Hellraiser Inferno. And again, we will see you back here next week for the new Hellraiser. We appreciate you
Yep.
all watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you to all the subscribers. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
And,
it's been fun.
hope you guys have a good week. And we'll meet you right back here next time.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Court's adjourned.
This damn thing from Spencer's, and it makes my arms look like I'm
You look buff.
like I'm tight.
You look really good. You look super buff. and
Tight
skinny.
like a tiger.